Hi everyone, I'm going to show you how to make a simple and delicious eggplant and bell pepper dip today. The ingredients are eggplant, bell pepper, onion, garlic, olive oil, tomato paste, pepper paste, some pine nuts for garnish, and I have some herbs, parsley and cilantro, and of course salt and pepper. I'm going to start by grilling my vegetables, and I'm using 2 bell peppers, and they're pretty big. And my eggplants today are small, so instead of using 2 large eggplants, I'm using 4 small ones. Let's go out and grill these. You want to give your vegetables a nice chard because that's what adds the flavor of the dip. I'm using a fork to puncture holes into the eggplant. It allows some of the steam to come out. We're gonna go ahead and open to see if they're ready. Ooh, that looks so good. You wanna see the char because you wanna clean the skin off. And as you can see, that's bubbling here. It's pretty soft. Maybe give it a few more minutes on this side. So I have my gloves on for this one because I don't want to get all the little black particles into my nails. It's really difficult to tell you exactly how long it grills for because every grill is different. Just make sure you have a nice charred skin on and it comes off so easily and it's nice and soft inside. You want your eggplant to be fully cooked. Your bell pepper doesn't have to be fully cooked because we'll cook it in a pan, but eggplant, it should be cooked thoroughly. I'm gonna go ahead and peel off the skin. See how easy it is to come off? And I have a little bowl of water and I'm gonna dip my fingers in. It just helps to clean the fingertips and makes it much easier to clean off. This is a vegan dish and it's so fulfilling. We're gonna add the onions to it and it's almost like a meal. With the bell pepper, the skin is basically comes off so easily. But when the skin is not cooked, it attaches to the bell pepper and it gives you such a hard time. See this, even this part comes off easily. I'm gonna go ahead and chop up the eggplant. I'm chopping them into big pieces. I'm gonna put it in the food processor afterwards. You want to get rid of all the skin and the inside of the bell pepper. So what I'm going to do is clean paper towel. Just go over the bell pepper one more time just to get the extra pieces of seeds or the black skin, and you're left with a beautiful piece of grilled bell pepper. Again, with the bell pepper, I'm chopping them. It doesn't matter what size. The smaller, I guess, the better. But we're going to put it in a food processor and make it into a paste, a fresh pepper paste. And then we're gonna add all the goodies in it. So I'm chopping up 1 onion and about 1 or 2 cloves of garlic. So I remember my mom preserving this dish to be eaten in the winter, and they would go to the market and buy the freshest eggplants and the bell peppers, and they would bring it home and make a whole bunch of it and preserve it. And when winter came, she would open up a bottle and fry some potatoes on the side and whatever the protein was for the night, and that's what we ate. And it was the most delicious homey meal. I'm gonna chop up some herbs, some cilantro and parsley. This is completely optional. If you don't like it, you could just skip this whole section. So altogether, I like to use about half a cup of herbs. So a little bit of cilantro and a little bit of parsley. The next step is to put the bell peppers and the eggplants in the food processor. Just make sure all the little pieces are nice and even. I have some big pieces on top. I'm just gonna mix them up and process it one more time. Now, the reason why we're doing this is because we're creating a paste. And we're still gonna cook the bell peppers because they still have a bit of cooking to do. And I think that the reason why my mom used to cook it all the way is because they were gonna preserve it and they needed to make sure that the bell pepper was fully cooked through. Next goes the eggplant. And it's okay if you're using the same processor, you don't have to wash it. Now that all our ingredients are ready, we're gonna go ahead and move to the stove and finish our dish. We're gonna add 1/4 cup olive oil and our onions. We're gonna saute the onions all the way through. While the onions are cooking, we're adding the chopped garlic. Oh, this smells amazing. Our onions are cooked thoroughly. We're gonna go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of tomato paste and 1 tablespoon of pepper paste. Mix it just a little bit and add your chopped bell peppers to it. Keep mixing it and lower your heat. You want to make sure your bell peppers are thoroughly cooked. Maybe about 5 minutes. Okay, now that the bell pepper is fully cooked, we're going to go ahead and add the eggplant. And let that cook a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and add the herbs. Once your bell peppers are cooked thoroughly, the entire process takes about 5 minutes. You basically add the eggplant because it's fully cooked already. You're just letting all the liquids come out. You don't want any leftover liquid. And then the herbs go in and mix it up. And keep in mind the herbs are optional. So if you don't like the herbs, don't put it. Or if you like a specific herb, go ahead and add it to your taste. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. Last ingredients are salt and pepper. This is ready. I don't see any excess water. All the liquids have evaporated. It's ready. I'm gonna drizzle some olive oil, just a little bit, and finish it off with parsley and some roasted pine nuts. A simple presentation, and I've included some pita chips, pita bread, and baguette. You choose. It tastes good with all of them. I consider this one of my comfort foods. If you want the full recipe, you can find it on our blog, which is linked below. Thank you and see you next time. Hi everyone, I have another delicious dish for you today. It's a simple eggplant and bell pepper dip. Simple eggplant and bell pepper dip. Simple dip. It requires some eggplant and bell pepper. These are pretty big, so I'm using 2 eggplants. Did I just say eggplants?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? It requires eggplants, eggplants. The ingredients are bell pepper,